Welcome back to Factorio. I'm River, and I have done a thing in between the episodes, and that is to shut down our green and red science. And down over here, I've built a whole new area, and I kind of did a lot of work. I think it's been a good hour or hour and a half. And what I'd like to do now is tear up our existing science. Now I have some, it leaves a bunch of science in my pocket. I got rid of much of this stuff. I'll come back up and probably clean the rest up between the episodes there. But let's just get all this picked up as much as anything because I want to move these labs to the new location. I don't need those belts, so we'll come back up here and clean this up. Depends on how long all of this takes. So what I did was, below where we made our military science, the first thing I did was I scrunched up our military science. So I don't have any of this working. I didn't test it. I have no idea the problems that we're going to walk into. But rather than me trying to math so much on camera, and I think I will in the next episode. I'm going to do back-to-back episodes, so we'll dive right into trying to get some blue science going, or see at least how far we can get into it. I didn't really think about it too much, but I didn't want to power things up until we knew, till it was on camera. So, all right, so what I need to do is power a few things up. So let's see. This should be, I hope, relatively straightforward. Yeah, we're going to need, the way I have it set up, I'm not going to be able to reach everything, am I? Let's put this guy here, and this should be able to reach all of that. All right, so that should be the military science going. However, I have this cut off here because what I want to do is just feed this military science in the way it would be coming, right? It would be, if I were to turn that belt, it would be just right here. And then when we hook up these science labs, we can get a proper or more proper science lab thing going. Speaking of which, I don't know what we're up to as far as our, let's see, does it tell me? I did a couple upgrades on this. You can see I'm actually doing research speed 2 there. Can I tell here? Yeah, lab research speed 2. I'm a little confused. 30, so it needs 30 seconds to process one. So we would need, if we want to do one per second, right, we would need 30 of them. It's not too hard, is it? Let's see. What does this give us? Unlocks more effect plus 30%. So 30%, if we needed 30 reduced by 30%, right? Now I'm not sure exactly. So no, the speed is increased by 30%, meaning that it would be like 1.3 1 over x, right? So you would need 7.69 times 30. I don't know. I think I just did that in a hard way, but 23 of them. So if we made 24 labs, let's see if we have the stuff. I don't think I have glass. Don't we need glass to make labs? Oh, no, we need, no, that's a burner lab. I don't need that. Yeah, we need glass, electric circuits. Yes, we need some more glass and maybe some more iron. Yeah, let's go get some glass. Should be right above us here. Just get those working. I don't plan on crafting so many of those that I need to auto set it up. So let's see. What does this make us up to 9? What are we short on? Well, let's just make those 9, then it'll tell us. All right, so we need more copper. What did I just put back in that other thing, of course. Just a few minutes before I spun this guy around so that you're probably going to need more iron too. All right, 1, 2. So that's what we're up to. So that would be, I did 9, so that's 20. 21, and we need more copper. And probably more iron. I like to carry a fair amount of iron for these construction things. Right? Yeah, so then we had 21. Oh, no, wait. We don't need that many because we already have... Yeah, cancel that. Cancel that. We already have 6. So I think I just canceled 4, 5, 6. We'll see. It'll get us a good chunk of the way there, right? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, let's shrink this back down. All right, there we go. So now we're back in business. I think we are able to make, and we're going for 1 per second on all of this stuff. So I did a bunch of math, probably messed it up. Or, I mean, I'm sure I got it completely right. But here we are. We are actually making gears already. I didn't necessarily mean to fire that up, but I've got 14 gear makers, which should be able to make us plenty of gears to make these yellow motors. So let's get that fired up. Now, I did it, and yeah, this is going to be... I know I didn't do this the best way I probably could, but I'll put this guy here. Yeah, well, that one sort of reached, didn't it? Yeah, so let's do this. And then this one could probably move over as well, too, right? And get an extra one. I don't think it matters too much. All right, so let's see if all this works. I certainly hope it does. All right, well, we're making quite a few yellow motors. That's a good sign. Now, by the way, we're not going to have enough iron. Do you see how our iron's already getting depleted? Like, if this thing's running full speed, I need to upgrade that iron coming in. But at least we get an idea how much we're making in the meantime. Now, yeah, so you are going to need some of those yellow motors. So here's what we have next. So then the yellow motors come down and they make blue motors. So we have 6 blue motor makers here with a bunch of copper coming in, hopefully. Right, and this one I could probably get away with doing. Yeah, that's kind of, well, it's just sort of the way it worked out, I think. All right, so that'll cover all of that, and then I just need to, yeah, I'm not going to be able to cover all of those, but and then we can do that. So now what we need to do is get some copper coming in here on this line right here. So let's bring the copper line down. All right, where is it? Right there, I think. And then we want these, because why not? I don't know. You know what? I want a red one, because otherwise I'm going to fight with that. The iron's going to need to come in right below it, so to speak. Oops. All right, now, so I don't think we're not going to really be able to do this at 100% speed. I don't think, because of the limit of iron, but we'll see what happens. Right, we'll balance it out. So there we go. So we should have copper coming in. Let's put the copper to there. I don't think we need a whatever. Now this is going to need iron here. So I need to put in another one of these there. See what I mean? I jumped over, or else these would conflict. Like if I had something right here. Oh, come on, stop doing that. I've been doing that all morning. Hitting the T instead of the R. All right, and then you should be able to come down here. We'll see what happens. So you should be feeding iron into this one, which is sticks for these motors. So let's come over here and yeah, that's as good as that's going to get. No, you know what? Can I? No, I can't reach across, so I need that guy will cover that one at least. All right, so yes, we are making blue motors, and blue motors are coming around to come into the inserters, which is where we need those. And then this guy needs some red red ones to take burner inserters out of here. This one needs another belt. And put them on the opposite side of this belt, right? So this was bringing blue motors and inserters back over to here. If this all works out even reasonably well, I'm quite proud of myself. You know, I'm going to put this guy up here. Yeah, it's a shame I can't get... you know, I could put it right here. There we go. So that guy's spitting out inserters at quite a pace. Good. All right, so now let's just keep following maybe these inserters for a moment. So then what we have here is the green science. I didn't quite save all of those, right? So we'll see about... Now here I did my normal, what I'll call normal spacing. So hopefully we'll be able to catch all of these with a few less poles, but less jammed up, right? Like when they're right next to each other, you can't put the pole in between. All right, so is there a particular reason you're not making, because you don't have any belts. Oh, wait a second. Okay. So this is not what we want. Yeah, so let's oop. E. There we go. Let's get these yellow guys off of here. So what I don't have is, I think I know what I did. So these belts need to come off of here, and they're going to be coming off, yeah, quite a clip. So I'm thinking, you know, let's fire this up as far as power goes. Yeah, we're going to need another one down here. All right, so what I need to do is get them onto this one, which means... All right, that would work out fine, especially if I did something like this. Nope, I don't need all that. Okay, sorry about that interruption. It's probably just a blip in the screen, but I had to go talk to somebody. In any event, we are now making these belts, but we need a little more power, don't we? Okay, we'll just throw power poles at it. All right, there we go. So we should be making a ton of belts. So we're making green science, and it's getting put onto this side. It's going to actually, well, I don't know how it's actually balanced. It's at least an attempt at balancing it, right? And then what I have up here, like the extra gears that are coming out of this, slow down because we shouldn't need a red belt past this point. They come on this half, and if we were to throw some copper at our red science, as well as a few more poles, let's see, we'll just do... like that. And we are making red science. So hopefully this sort of balances out. I mean, we're certainly going to be making a bunch of science. And we can do like this. Now, do we have... yeah, I have a little bit of red science. Let's put some of that in here. All right, just so we get it out of our... Now, the question is, where do we want to do science? Let's take a look at the map real quick. So, do we want to try to do the blue science here? Because I'm picturing the other science. This is our bus right here, right? So I'm picturing the other science or whatever would be over here. But that's going to start taking up like more and more room because they get like more and more complicated. So we might get rid of some of this water over time. And, yeah, I think I'm going to want to do the science like all the way down here, right? So I think what I want to do, and if we were to put, yeah, I don't think it matters. Like what I'm thinking of is the blue science would end up on the other side of the gray science here. So just because I'm that much of a four thinker, four stinker, we'll do something like this, right? So that way, oh, I did it wrong. Yeah. I want to do, yeah, see, four stinker, like I said. Yeah, let's do this, and then this, and then that. All right, so we'll just switch the sides. So that way, when I get further down, I'll just jump the yellow belt here, and then we can stick the blue science like right on this belt that I'm laying down now. And that'll come all the way down. Here. And this guy will bring all the other ones down. All right, and we'll hopefully be able to fit all our blue science doing, and that'll be the next episode. So this might be a bit of a short episode, almost certainly will be, for a couple of reasons, because I spent so much time in between the episodes. Let me know what you think about that. Obviously, you know, and the next episode is going to be very intensive, me figuring out exactly what we need for the blue science. So in the next two episodes, let me know what you guys would rather see. Typically when I ask that kind of question, I get like both answers. So whatever works, right? So what we said, 24, do we have all of our, let's put these down. Yeah, there's 24 labs. So what we want to do is I'd like to make this so that we can do, you know, all of the sciences in here. And let's say that some of them are going to come from this other way, right? Just leave a little bit of room in between the, right? So like if we had something like this, then we would have a lab. Really kind of, you know what, I'm going to put the labs on the thing, in my temporary slot down there, right? So we'll have a lab with a gap, and then we would have like that, right? And I'd rather keep it over here, even though these will come in the back door. I guess I should probably put them out this way, but I don't think it's really worth it. But the reason for this is, and I can kind of figure out the height I want here. All right, then we'll do like this. And this seems like it's, well, let's do 3 off just to be, well, we really don't need to be 3 off here. I like to put them like 3 off just so you can feed things in and out. Actually, no, this will be fine. Yeah, let's do this. So 1, 2. I think I skipped 2 spaces, didn't I? Same thing here. I don't need, I just want 1 space. That's to put a pole in. All right, that's, well, here I'll go till we're down to 12, right? Well, at least they're even. All right, and then we're going to need 2 long ones at each. I like to put these opposite each other so they don't fight with each other quite as much, because that can slow you down. Like, it looks like that would not be the best way to do it because they're going to be colliding with each other, but they don't collide. But if you were to do the yellow ones here where they're both trying to pull off the same belt, they fight with each other at that point. Sometimes. Not that it usually matters that much, but it's probably a good habit I figure to get into. There we go. Let's get some. I don't think I have enough poles, do I? Maybe just enough. Right, and yeah, I want to keep this off of here a little bit, where I also won't run into it when it comes to other things. You know, if I moved over like one little bit, I could run on the. Will you go? No, not quite. You go there. I could live with that. There we go. So now we should have power down to the. You know what? While we're up this way, let me go re-up a bit on some more power poles. What else do we need? I think that's probably it for the moment. Let's just get back down there. All right, so we're really not using that much. Is that we're all running here, right? Now some of this we can upgrade if we needed to. It seems like I got a lot of extra stuff. Not sure what happened with my mathematics there. Let's say some of these are shut off, and we could always take some of that stuff off and put it on the bus to use other places. I do like to do that, even if it's not like super coordinated. All right, and then this guy's going to come down here. Right, and then, well, we'll put the blue science on somewhere up there, so this should get us doing quite a bit of science. Now, good. So now that all those science labs are going, let's see what happened or is happening up here. Yeah, this guy's making 2 every 10 seconds. So that should be 1 per second, right? What do you... You are not doing anything. That's certainly going to be part of the issue because you don't have... What are you looking for? You're looking for belts, aren't you? No, you're looking for blue motors. All right, why don't we have any blue motors? Because we don't have any copper. Well, that certainly would have helped to explain why things are... Still, I didn't realize. No copper at all. Oh, okay. We don't have any copper going on there. Because I cut this off over here. Now, in the near future, we're going to get this onto the bus. All right, so let me... All right, we need to up our copper production anyway, I'm sure, but one step at a time. All right, so let's jump. Good, that worked. That works. Let's reverse all of these, at least for now, and then that way we'll... I don't know if I have enough belts to do all of this, but let's go all the way over to here. Right, and this is where the copper was coming in. So we'll cut this off for now. I'll clean that up either now or at some point in the near future. Right, where's copper line? Yeah, over here. Again, like I said, we'll this is all sort of temporary. should be, yeah, too far. Kind of way too far. All right, let's come down here. And there it is. Good, we made a science. Now, there's not too much science I'm not worried about until there we go. There's not too much science I'm worried about until we get the blue science going. Yeah, we can't do any more lab research. We're really kind of running low now. Yeah, I think we'll get the robot thing just because I like fighting with those robots and it'll keep us doing something, you know, in the meantime. Keep our science rolling, so to speak, so we can test it out. Yeah, you know what, why don't we ramp up your ability? Do we have like way too much copper? No, more than I probably need. Clogging up the inventory. We'll keep 200 on us. Good. And then let's get rid of these. And I'll do inventory cleaning up later, but let me come up to here and put this glass away. All right. So let's head down there and see if that solved our problem. I was giving it a minute anyway to get the copper in there, which will still take another minute. Yeah, so you can see with all these here, we're not going to have enough. But at least that explains at least partially why we're not running too much. And I kind of faked myself out because I guess I had copper on that line from earlier since I cut it off. Well, we're still amazingly, I guess these don't need, no, they do need copper. Oh, I guess, well, it's just running out the rest of our inserters there. Let's make sure the copper's getting here. Yep, there it comes. And you know, the other thing, yeah, we are feeding it into there, so yeah, we're definitely going to need to ramp up our copper. Well, we're going to ramp up everything in the world 4 times, right? Now, I did think about like putting the gears and the blue motors on the bus. Like I said, if we find that we're making a bunch extra, I may do that. Like I can, as you can see here, I could get these off of here and just put them onto a bus to be used other places. But I'd really like to see if this balances at least a little bit. And to some degree, I don't care if if I've got too many machines, because we can always, ramp up the amount of science we're doing relatively easily with like modules and stuff. So having the capability is a pretty good thing. Now the other thing we did I ever hook up? No, I don't know. In between the episodes, I think I was gonna. Now we got good amount of iron coming in here between our new thing and our old thing. Our new, line of processors, and yeah, we could. Yeah, we're really. Yeah, let's do robot count again. Because why not? Like I said, and that's good because it'll also get us doing military science for a few minutes here. There we go. Now we're getting some copper. So this should fire back up. I don't know how much copper we need off the, but we can definitely use a bunch. There we go. And this will back up pretty quickly here. Then hopefully we'll have enough. There we go. Blue motor's going. Science getting poured out. Yep. That's backing up. This is not backing up, but if this gets backed up all the way over here with the copper, that will back up to this point. Now again, and then the other thing is we're using some of it for the mall if I went up and stole stuff. All right, and then how are we doing on... Let's just come back over to this way. Yeah, we're not backing up the science quite yet, but I guess that would make sense too, wouldn't it? There, we've got 3 of these going. We're certainly making more gears than I think we probably need. At least it feels that way. But are we running everything? Yeah, there we go. We got one of those go, but they don't have enough copper, really. All right, so let me pause it just for a second and let that copper back up a little bit. All right, that was really just like a minute. But at least we have, like, whatever copper we're making. Are we using much? Let's just out of curiosity. I should have probably... Rate. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see, but I don't see anything running... Now, nothing's running here, so this should be like our full amount of copper at some point. All right, yeah, we're not, yeah, the copper's also backed up over here, so I don't even see it moving. Here, let me come in close. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, it's really nothing's running there for all practical purposes. So this is our full amount of copper, I think, that we're normally going to get. I don't think it's nearly enough, but let's go down there and see. Like I said, the iron, see already with the 2 red belts, but we're keeping up with the iron, right? But then we're not getting enough copper. So if you don't have enough of everything, it's hard to judge anything. Yeah, see, we do got, it is getting down to here, so that's a good sign. We're not running this last, but then again, we're not, if you look, we're backed up here, so... And then the other thing you want to look for, if you haven't played the game much, is you want to see these things, in a lot of cases, like stop. Right? Like this. Well, this is all stopped up, but if it's running like these are, you just want to see them steadily stop so that you know the inserters aren't slowing you down. Yeah, so now we're backing up just for the lack of copper. So we're making as much science as we can given the amount of copper that we have. And I still think that we're kind of way overdoing some things, but it's... Yeah, well, we're definitely overdoing things because we're backed up here. These are running full speed. Right, and they're giving us 2 per second. So yeah, I just overmade certain things. I should probably go look and figure out why I made so much of what I did, you know. But like I said, the good news is we could peel some, if we just need a few sprockets for our next project, which will be the blue science down in this area. Now, are we, let's go test this. Are we actually backing up over here? No. Now, why are you, we're having gray science problems, huh? Oh, because we didn't, sorry. Because I just had them going from that chest to get rid of what was in my... Yeah, speaking of that. Yeah, I got a little bit more gray science. It's that much gray science I could probably just put in here. Let's get rid of this. That. There we go. So now... And this has little or nothing, other than it's going to use up a little bit more copper. It has little or nothing to do with that. We got an extra science thing. Now let's take a look at the science thing and do one other thing in particular, and then we'll call it an episode. Like I said, I don't think it's particularly short now that I look at it, but these other sciences are going to come in here. Let me do. F-I-E-N-I. Yeah, like we have extra sciences. So, yeah, we're going to have to figure out how to get all of these scientists. I don't know. Do we need all of these in? See, some of these are for space exploration. And I'm not sure how you would get so many sciences into one, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, well, we get 4 on each one, so that would mean we would need 6 belts coming in. So normally what I would do, like, I don't know, how do you reach to get 6 belts into these? I guess you might have to just do it with, like, belts in between. If you can do all of the sciences at once, which I have no idea. Can we figure that out? Like, yeah, let's get rid of these. No, it'd be a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how we would look that up, right? Like, how would we? Let's get rid of this. Like, would there ever be a case where you would? I mean, these might be. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the problem is they would switch around too. Like, we'll have to see because. Let me put it this way: in order to get all of these fed, right? I can only have 4 belts. If like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Normally grabbing off 1, 2, 3, 4. So I might have to do something like, because I need 6, so I would have to put. Let me come over this side, I guess. Like I'd have to put like 2 more belts, like, well, where this, like this, right? So that this guy could, well, actually no, like that. So this guy could grab up to 6 different things. So then I would need like another, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to have like a box formation with things jumping over each other, which is all doable. Just we'll have to see how that works out. So what that's telling me is if I want to keep this many labs going, I probably need to just leave, you know, like, let's see, this would be. Right, we'd put a lab here, and then we would need 1, 2, 3, 4. Might have a lab there with more belts, and then you know, like we'd have belts flying all over the place. So really, you know what I mean? Like hold at least that much space. We could always push it up a little bit further this way, but I don't want to build anything else. Maybe just leave this whole block to processing science in the short term. I don't know why I would use it up for anything else anyway. All right, so let's see. What else can we research? Something that does it all, right? This actually, yeah, this seems like a bit of a dead end. The plague, good lord. Oh, you know what? We can do filter inserters. Doesn't do them all, but it would be a nice thing to get. All right, well, there we go. So we've certainly got an upgrade, right? And now we've got all of them going, you know. Looks like we're a little low on red. Or is it backing up and I just don't see it? Or is it we're struggling for copper reasons? Did I just miscount? Which is entirely possible, right? Now 5 per second. Or it takes 5 seconds to make 1. So is there something that's slowing this down? No, they're all running. Oh, power. Uh-oh. On our way up there, can we make 2, 3, 4, 1, 2? Let's go slap some more power at it. I don't know if those are enough, but at least we'll have them on the make. You know, the other thing. 1, 2. And yeah, let's, well, we just need to be patient. Yeah, and our copper, our coal is getting used up at a pretty prodigious rate. meaning fast rate. And look, yeah, we need to get this kind of going ASAP. We'll stop the science for the moment. Yeah, boiler, that's kind of what I wanted first. And then should have 2 of these. All right, does that help enough? No. But at least it's better. Yeah, so now I need to move. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I could do down here, right? Let's do another couple of these. All right, do we have enough stuff? Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then getting ready for it, I would do all right, something like this. Let's get rid of that real quick. Emergency. Should have. Guess I could go cut that stuff off, but. Right. No. This one didn't get. Yeah, there we go. All right. Come on. Oh, I don't want to make another one of those. And I keep hitting T. I don't know what is wrong with me today. There we go. You don't have an electrical connection. Now you do. Yeah, get rid of that. All right, is that better? Yes. Okay. All right, good. Well, before we do the blue science fully, we will certainly need to consider that. So between the episodes, I'm going to clean up all of this mess, right? Because this is pretty unnecessary. We'll get this all, and that'll be kind of nice because it'll get out of our little pathway there, but all of this was our old science making potential. Hey guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next episode to work out how we're going to do blue science. All right, take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.